gabanya ibiryo, gabanya ibiryo na byeri na zingaro.
uretse kuza kujya ukibagirwa ahantu kenshi kubera ko uri muri tekinike ariko no kugasubira akenshi bibereye hano nzaguhe akadoda twerere tumare
Those sitting at the back, please come forward. The hall is not going to be packed because the PIs have left for the steering committee meeting. No. Would not be occupied. So while we wait on the AV team to proceed, I'd like to make this announcement. So during the networking exchange, there will be the opportunity for short interviews. So basically, it's going to be 2 questions. Why are you involved in DSI Africa, and what is the benefit of DSI Africa to you? So there will be camera personnel around. So if you are not too shy, you can just go to them and they can interview you. So the resource that we will generate from this interview will either go on our website, or we either put it on our YouTube channel, or could use for any of our outreach activities as well. So I'm just waiting for the AV people to give me the go ahead. Okay, so I'd like to welcome all of you to the Ideathon session. To those of you who attended the Partnership and Outreach Working Group, I gave a brief overview of what the Ideathon is. Similar to what happened last year. Last year, we launched the DSI Africa Ideathon, which involved many trainees and early career researchers. They come together for a day or 2 and then participate in a workshop or a training. This year, what we would like to do is to launch the DSI Africa Ideathon. So the concept of Ideathon came up from our partnership engagement with other consortia that aligns with DSI Africa goals. So as presented by Amit and Michelle, we engaged the Data Science Africa, we engaged the Deep Learning in DABA, we engaged the DABA X as well. So we realized that these communities had something similar to what I'll be talking about. The whole overview of the Ideathon is to promote collaboration among trainees and early career researchers from the different projects. So during the partnership and outreach call meeting that we had this morning, there was a question about how can we increase collaboration among the fellows or the trainees. Usually when we talk about the networking, it has got to do with the project leads or the PIs involved. So I'm hoping that at the end of this talk, I'll be able to convince you to sign up for the DSI Africa Ideathon. So my presentation will be focusing mainly on the overview of the Ideathon, the expectation from participants, the awards involved, and then I'll hand over to Amit to take over the discussion section. So what is the Ideathon? The Ideathon is a short brainstorming experience for participants to address some of the most pressing challenges of our time. So the participants involved will have to leverage their skill sets or any skills that they intend to acquire or improve on. It will allow participants that have ideas to come together and develop them to make sure that the idea is realizable. So what this means is that it will not only be participants from a particular project, because trainees or early career researchers in a particular project get to interact all the time. The intention here is to promote cross-project collaboration among the trainees and early career researchers. So the participants will work in teams and use design thinking and innovative learning practices to ideate and collaborate on possible solutions. We know that the DSI Africa focuses on health research that are to promote health and discovery in Africa. So what we have done is that the Ideathon will allow consortium members, especially trainees and early career researchers who have innovative ideas, to come together and develop their ideas, like I said, using the design thinking and innovative learning practices. DSI Africa has many projects involved, and these projects have specific themes that they work with. We are not restricted by the 3 themes that I've listed here. The whole idea is that we could expand on these 3 themes: the healthcare, the LC, and the climate changes. So we have new projects that are looking into zoonosis, and we have other research projects that are looking into other areas that are not covered in this theme. So how would the Ideathon work? First of all, you would have to sign up. You sign up as either a participant or you sign up as a team of 3 participants. The facilitators for the Ideathon will review those that sign up. Those that sign up as individuals or individual participants will be grouped to form teams of 3 participants. Once that is done, the next move is the idea pitching. That is when the whole Ideathon process begins. So participants will do a virtual presentation, and there will be an allocated time, and there will be judges and mentors part of that virtual presentation. The participants will get to pitch the idea, the reasoning behind the idea that they are pitching, and then the judges and the mentors will have to ask them questions and then provide any useful comment that will be useful for the whole process. Once the first virtual presentations have gone through, the participants will again meet the judges and the mentors involved, this time around with a reviewed concept or reviewed idea. Here, what we expect is that the participants will submit a proposal, a Word document, kind of detailing the idea that they want to achieve. So the concept of the Ideathon is not for you to develop the project, but then this phase of the Ideathon is said that you go through the idea or the proposal development phase to make sure that your proposal or the idea that you have has gotten to the point where you can start working on. So for example, some of our networks that we have engaged this year, how they operate is that after you have pitched the idea and they reviewed it, then they support you with some small funding to work on the project that you have proposed. But then we also realized that these communities are all involved in one place, so it's very easier for them to interact. And then you could also track the progress of the funding that they get to work on the project. But for us, the initial phase of the Ideathon is to develop the proposal. For some, after the proposal development phase, they might be awarded some funding to carry on the project. So the whole idea is that we will engage industry partners, those that have engaged us in the networking exchange to get involved. So after the proposal development phase and they see that they can support you to develop it, then they will do so. So the third phase of the Ideathon process is the project update presentation. After you've submitted the reviewed proposal, then you have to meet the team again to provide them an update of your proposal. This time around, the judges and the mentors involved will score the proposal that you have provided. And there'll be a final project update presentation and showcase of any possible challenges that you think that the project might face and how you can overcome that or other options to go about that. So once they do that, there'll be an award, and I'll talk about the award later. Maybe the award will motivate many of you to sign up for the Ideathon. Okay, so what is expected of participants? Like I said, you have to pitch your idea, but then your idea should cover specific areas as well. So the first point that you need to address in your idea pitching is the what. What is the problem that you want to address? What is the inspiration behind the idea? Is the problem too ambiguous that you think that the group cannot achieve? That will be determined by the judges and the mentors involved. And then the other question that you have to address is what brought to your attention the problem that you want to solve? So we expect that in your idea pitching, the what question is clearly defined. The next focus for the idea pitching is why now? Why do you think that there's the need to do the project or the idea that you have proposed? What makes it so urgent and important? And in your own way, how can it change today's healthcare state in Africa? And also, how can the idea that you are proposing improve on or help DSI Africa to achieve the goals that it stands for? The next is the impact that you hope to achieve with your project. These are the why questions that you need to address in your idea pitching. So some of you may decide to form a team and sign up, like I said initially, whilst others will decide to sign up as participants and the facilitators will get to put them into teams. So to those that sign up as a team, you have to provide the members of the team, and then you provide their background, you provide the skill set that these members have, and then how can each skill set contribute to you achieving the idea that you are proposing. All of these will be reviewed by the facilitators and judges and mentors for the Ideathon. Now, the most important question will be the plan. How? How do you intend to achieve that? So how is the idea realizable? Can you actually do it? Should your idea be, let's say, be awarded? Or should the judges and the facilitators guide you through all the processes? Is the idea too ambiguous, even to the extent that U54 grants cannot achieve? So these are some of the issues that you have to address. And you have to provide how you intend to work to make you achieve the idea, assuming that you are working on the project. Now, you may be wondering how to get involved. So to those interested, I just leave this slide on for about 1 minute. You scan the QR code and then you sign up. I'm hoping that everybody in this room will sign up. So there's the option to sign up as judge or a mentor to help supervise those that will form the themes. So if you think you are too grown or you have more expertise and you don't want to sign up as a participant, then you can sign up as a judge or a mentor, because we need people more experienced to serve as judges and mentors to guide the various teams. Has everyone got into the code? Well, after you see the award, then probably I'll come back to this QR code, then more people will have to sign up. Okay. So now to the awards. So the plan is that the coordinating center will solicit for sponsorship. So for example, when we have consortium meetings, we seek for sponsorships, and some of these sponsorships goes into support for the activities for the trainees and the early career researchers. So it is the same model that we intend to implement for this Ideathon. So the first prize, the coordinating center will provide after your idea has passed through all the process, and we think that the idea is well developed and realizable, the coordinating center will make an announcement of the winner. So we have a first prize, a second prize, and a third prize. Unfortunately, these prizes will not come to you in the form of cash, but it is geared towards to support your conference travel and other conference registration fees or other workshops that the group will be interested. So the first prize is currently 1,500 USD. The second prize is 1,000 USD. And then the third prize is 500 USD. This might even change. If we get more sponsorship, we may intend to up it. So how many of you want me to go back to the sign up page again? Okay. So I'm going up to the sign up page again. So those of you who missed it, you can sign up now. Yeah, I see quite a couple of people do signing up. Yeah. Okay, so that is the end of the presentation. So now is the question and answer time discussions. Anything that you think that you didn't understand or you need more information on, Amit is available to help you address the question. Thank you. Okay, so there's a question at the back. Which one? Yes. So I think Ulia had a hand up.
Thanks, Francis. I think it's a nice initiative, especially for early career researchers. So do you have any support or resources afterwards for the projects to actually be carried out? If they've gone through all this work to make it feasible, is there a next step to this to actually help to achieve the objectives of the project?
You want to answer that?
Well, I'm here because I've participated in an Ideathon before, and I think in the ideal world, it would be great to provide those resources. I think the Coordinating Center is trying this out and focusing on the conceptualization, the idea part of it. If there is more sponsorship that becomes available, then those resources, those funds could be used to turn this into actual project. But right now, that's not yet possible with the funds available. So the goal of this is really team building, ideation, problem solving, and then these ideas could of course be pitched to the different DSI Africa projects if they're able to take them on. But right now it's about bringing people together to formulate an idea and make a pitch. Is that fair?
Yeah, actually building on that, I wanted to see if you had talked to the research hubs that have pilot projects every single year. And this comes in a lot of different fashions. So, and different research hubs have very different focus areas for their projects. So you have to have some level of alignment, but that may be a really cool way to keep tying in people into the broader network.
That's Brad. Yeah, thanks, Brad. That's a great idea, and maybe this could be part of the judging process and the mentoring process. We can kind of match people up with the different research hubs. So that's a great idea. We can follow up with you to think through how to make that happen.
Yeah. Okay, my question is related to bringing together the different researchers. I just wanted to find out how that will be done, because in the hall is very big. There are so many people. So how would you bring the different researchers together so that you can understand the research interests of each person and collaborate with the person? And then for the award, is it just for a conference? Is it just for one conference or conferences throughout the year? Thank you.
Like I said, I think I can answer the first question. How do you identify people to form a team with? So for example, the early career researchers that have been supported by the Coordinating Center for this meeting are coming from different projects. So if I were you, I could start engaging the members from the different projects on how to go about this. And also, there are other early career researchers that are attending this meeting, not necessarily supported by the Coordinating Center, which you can get to engage. So that is the one platform. And then the other platform is that we have early career researchers mailing list, like a group for early career researchers. So I think that is also another platform that you could leverage to identify people that can be part of your team. And with regards to the funding, the award for conferences, it might only support one conference, but then we'll see. Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Mine is just probably, I don't know if it's a concern or just a question. I'm wondering, okay, during the Ideathon, I mean, there are so many ideas that will come up. Now, is there a way of maybe protecting your idea, or is it like free for all, so that there's that, maybe you can have a good idea, then someone picks it up and it's no longer your idea, but originally it was your idea. Is there a way of trying to protect your idea? Thank you.
Well, I would say that the way the projects will be judged is more about not just the idea, but like how well you present it, how well you pitch it, how well you describe the feasibility, and that you've thought through how to take that idea and turn it into something. So I think that's really what the judges would be looking for. I don't know, we haven't thought through the protection, but I think maybe we can think about that a little bit more.
So the issue of confidentiality, but then I would not necessarily be thinking about that, but then I'll be looking at the other side, posing the idea, and then the judges and the mentors helping you to improve upon the ideas that you've proposed. So that is the positive aspect that I will consider. But yeah, definitely the ideas that you pitch up does not need to be given to other people because it's your idea.
Yes, thank you very much. I have a question. You mentioned about interesting the industry, and some of the ideas, on my experience, are not lucrative, so that they can be interesting to a certain industry, may be interesting to the government, but not to the industry. So I'm thinking, is it really needed that we need to look for ideas that are interesting to industry, or even those that are interested to the government?
Okay, so like I said, the focus of the aim of the Ideathon is kind of geared towards the aim of the DS Africa project. So any of the themes that the DS Africa projects kind of focuses on is what if I should say you would have to focus on. So for example, Madiba has an industry partner, IBM Research. So they are working together to achieve their goals. So IBM is contributing to Madiba's project. Madiba is also contributing to IDF's project. Skylar, would you want to throw more light on this?
Yes. I'm saying by the industry, you mean those companies, but there might be a project like, for instance, that targets like maternal health, and that one would be interesting mostly to the government, and the industry may not see it really as interesting. So my question was, are we supposed to have ideas that are interesting only to companies, or we can go beyond?
I think what I would say is you should think about the potential impact for people, for health in general. So it could be private, could be government oriented, but it's more important to think about the potential for health impact. That's really what you should aim for, but it could be any type of public or private type of audience. Could be either, I think.
Any other question?
Or has anyone participated in an Ideathon that you've found successful? Like, this is the first time the Coordinating Center is trying this. So if you have feedback or ideas to how to make this work more smoothly, please let Francis know, or me.
How many of you here would want to serve as judges or mentors for the Ideathon program? Okay. Did you sign up on the QR code already? Okay. We need more people to serve as judges and mentors for the Ideathon.
I mean, I think it's mostly incorporated. Well, so I can just share a little bit of experience from the Ideathon that I participated in as a judge recently. This was sponsored by Sisonke Biotic, which is a community of data science and AI folks in Africa. And it was also held completely virtually. Several teams kind of put forward proposals, and then of those, a few of them advanced their proposals and developed them further, and then did a formal pitch. And the pitch was in the form of either a video or a PowerPoint presentation. We had a panel of judges from government, private sector, academia, who provided feedback. And I think the most important thing was just getting feedback from people who have some experience in the field. So all the teams benefited from hearing that feedback. And then of the judges conferred and offered prizes to the different teams. In that case, the funding was available for each team to kind of usually develop a software or an app related to a health problem. And that's specifically because of the way that activity was funded. But it was, I mean, the feedback I got was that the teams really appreciated the opportunity to get feedback. As a judge, I think we thought that a lot of the ideas needed to be thought through quite a bit more to really understand the potential for feedback, but also all the potential difficulties. So I think that's one piece of advice I'd give all of you to pitch your idea, but then take the time to talk to people who are working in the field, talk to the communities affected, talk to the healthcare workers who might be administrating the solution. Try to talk to as many people as you can to get a lot of input and really strengthen your pitch or your idea. But yeah, in general, it was also a lot of fun for the judges to kind of break free from all the bureaucracy in our work and engage with people with really exciting, innovative ideas and fresh thinking. So as a judge, I appreciate it, and I think the teams got a lot out of it as well. Any other questions, or does anyone have any experiences you'd like to share from your own work?
So we end the session, isn't it? Okay, so if there are no more questions, we'll do a follow-up email to all those that have signed up. We'll also do a follow-up email to the entire consortium and then the delegates that attended the consortium meeting. So I think there'll be follow-up discussions via email. So I think this will be the end of the Ideathon session. Yeah, also reminded to participate in the networking exchange event happening at 5:30. And also to those of you who are available to do the short interview, please feel free to call on the camera person when they are moving and they'll do so. Thank you so much. Okay.
In case anyone missed it.